In this activity, we're going to highlight basic human needs and the meeting of basic human needs in the classroom through a fun movement activity called Killer Bees. Okay, in this activity called Killer Bees, we have 2 killer bees in the center, and we have all the worker bees on the outside of the circle. And you'll see that there are flowers around on the floor that need to be pollinated. Your job on the outside, the worker bees, is to come in and grab a flower, or let's say you get up to 2 or 3 flowers at one time. One person at a time. So once someone comes in and gets a few flowers, you go back to your spot, and the next person. So decide on an order and how you want to do that. Your job is to make sure they don't get out of here with the flowers. So if they come in here and grab flowers and you whack them, they have to drop the flowers where they are. Okay? Now here's also though what you have to do. You have to lock arms. Just like this. Take my arm, just going to do that. Okay? Go ahead. Yeah. So now that's a little harder for you and a little easier for them. Okay? Now I would ask to keep everything shoulders and down. Okay? You don't want any whacks in the head. Okay? And so everybody ready? Go. Now, if you're out of the circle before they get you, you're okay.
You're right. He's watching. We're getting further away.
And I'm going to give it a 1-minute time limit. 1 more minute.
All the flowers are down. Not fair. She's ready. Oh.
About 30 seconds.
It's very good.
You're scary.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. Okay, thank you very much. Now here's what I'd like you to do. I'll take these from you. I would like you to get into your content area or grade level groups. And I'd like you to discuss, if you had, a perfect scenario and you had space, to be able to do this, how could you do this academically? What content, what could you teach or review using this activity? Okay, it, could be a science lesson like what we were doing, or it could be anything. It could be any content area, could be most grade levels. So get into your discussion groups and talk about that.
K2?
Yep. Use the whole group. Right. That's what I was thinking.
No, we're going to be We don't do that, but yes, that would be a good idea.
So we've had some time to discuss about how we could apply the Killer Bees activity academically. And so tell us your grade level. What were you?
K through 6.
K through 6. Okay, and what was one idea that you talked about?
Building the sequence diagram for reading, beginning, middle, end. and trying to figure out which goes where.
Okay, and how would that actually work with this activity?
So like you would throw parts of a story down onto the floor, and they would have to run in and try to pick up the story, and I guess you would have magnets on it so they could place it on like a whiteboard.
Very good. Thank you very much. And this is math.
Math, middle school or high school. We had thought maybe with basic facts, adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, you could put the answers, the numbers all around, and the teacher could read off the problem, and then the group to quickly go in and get the problem, to get the answer first. But you could have multiple answers because you have multiple groups.
Awesome.
So adding any of the operations
Great.
you could do.
Thank you very much.
We're middle school science, and our idea was to put different vocabulary on maybe something like a block of wood or something that's easy to pick up, and then divide them into teams like maybe non-renewable and renewable, and they have to pick up the resources that they see, the vocabulary that goes with that category. So.
Great. Fantastic idea. Thank you very much.
We talked about having review questions as with the flowers, so the more review questions they collect, then the more points they could get at the end.
And this was K2,
Okay.
K through 2. Okay. Thank you very much.